Namaskar. I am Yanatman from Madeira Island, Portugal. Um, I've been involved with AMAYE, the Marga Association of Yoga Educators, since around 2008, with a pause in between several years. A few years ago, I joined the Asana Standardization Committee of AMAYE, and we've been working on perfecting the Asana guide dedicated not only to teachers, but now also to experienced practitioners who would like to deepen their Asana practice. And recently we made the decision to release this guide in electronic format in this using a wiki platform. Many of you might know Wikipedia, which is now one of the most famous online encyclopedias of the world, if not the most famous. Quite a lot of knowledge is there. And Wikipedia uses as a platform an open source and free software called MediaWiki, which we are also using for this Nanamarga Asana guide. And one of the advantages of using a wiki is that all knowledge is more easily navigated with links, and everything can be updated in an organic way by different persons. And all knowledge can be also, all editions can be rolled back or searched. So it's a quite powerful tool to share knowledge in any organization. So here we are seeing, I'll present a little bit what we have. It's not yet fully polished. Regarding the content or the instructions for each asana, it's mostly complete, but the guide overall has several things that need still to be polished. But I'll make a small introduction to what we have now. And in the main page, we have a small introduction to this guide, biography of Baba, and then here a summarized explanation of the structure of the guide for each asana. So for each asana, we have its Sanskrit and English name, the primary objective according to Nandamurti and other practitioners' experiences. Standard information is the repetitions, length of hold, the breath, also photo or illustration. Then we have the main part, which is the steps of practice, where we have much more detailed information as compared, for example, to Charya tree. All the steps to execute each asana in details, and also for most of the steps, a rationale of why we do it, or more details or justifications of each step. We have also information of main muscles and involved and anatomical movements, some preparatory steps, also different considerations that should be taken into account in the practice, such as safety essentials, also modifications and variations that might take into account physical restrictions that practitioners might have. Also very important contraindications, situations that make it either prohibitive or unadvisable to perform certain asanas. Also some of the benefits of each asana according to practitioners' experiences. Also some visualizations and ideations to help to engage the devotional and spiritual aspect of asana practice. Also, which chakras and glands are being benefited or activated by the asana. And finally, companion and compensatory asanas. This helps to structure an asana class to um, design a certain sequence where asanas will be related or compensating each other. Then we have the list of the 42 Nandamarga asanas in Sanskrit. And we just quickly check one of them, Yoga Mudra. So for each asana, we have here an index where you can easily click on what we want to see, like steps of practice goes immediately there. If we press back, we just go to the beginning. We can look at the primary objective, or if we want to just directly see, let's say, glands, we just click at the glands, and here are the glands. So as you can see, you have the standard information here, primary objective, the I forgot to say, we might have alternative names besides the English name too. So the repetitions, length of hold, some illustration. So here's what I was mentioning. So quite detailed uh, instructions for each step of practice and also the rationale behind it. Sometimes even direct information regarding anatomical movements, special care that might be needed to take into account while doing each step. And you can see here the power of the wiki. Like here in this step of practice, we can have a reference, for example, to Padmasana or Shavasana. Here we have to Bojasana. We can just click it and then we navigate into the information. So this is the traditional seated posture. Uh, Then we have here the sections I was mentioning, the main muscles, preparatory steps, the safety essentials, common misalignments that we should be aware of that might happen, and all the information. So just to conclude this presentation, just a small example of the power of the using Wiki, and in fact we are using a special version of MediaWiki, which is called Semantic MediaWiki. So this allows us to add properties to the links that connect each page or each concept of the knowledge base. And this allows us to make what we call queries or automatic lists or sequences of knowledge that we might search. So as you can see here, we explicitly link Yoga Mudra with these three chakras and all these glands. And right now it's not working yet, but accessing here the Manipura chakra page, we will have an automatic list of all asanas that benefit Manipura chakra. Um, or we could also have all asanas that benefit the ovaries. Um, this is one of the examples of automatic knowledge that we might have. Um, One thing I also wanted to show is this will be more interesting for the persons that will be collaborating with editing the wiki. So the idea is that as a community we can contribute to improve what we have here. So any knowledgeable educator might have access to the editing interface. Normally, editing a wiki is not easy. I'll show you what's behind this content. For example, here, this table. So you can see it's like code it's not easy to edit. Yeah, this is the content that's behind. But Semantic MediaWiki has this form interface where we can just fill in the text. Like here we see each step of practice. We can also see here the muscles, preparatory steps. So each element has its own form or field. We could add like another preparatory step, and here it is. We can just add the content. We can drag and drop uh, the safety essentials, for example. We can click it to edit regarding chakras and glands, for example. Interesting. As you can see here, we select from all available chakras, we must select one of them. And so all this information is all connected. So if we would be editing in a Google document, we might misspell the chakra name and then we couldn't connect knowledge. But by using the wiki, all concepts and all knowledge is organized. And as I mentioned, thanks to these explicit links and properties, we can then create really powerful lists or sequences of information. So in the future, for example, we have uh, the benefits. Um, as you can see, we have here uh, several concepts that are important, like the heart, menopause, nervous system, hip, knee. So all these things that we see here are currently just text, but in the future we can add links here. And for example, we will be able to search all asanas that uh, cannot be done if you have a hip injury. Or you could go the other way around. All asanas that you can do even if you have a hip injury. So it's really powerful, this Semantic MediaWiki, and we look forward to improve this platform for the benefit of the practice of all AMAYE practitioners and educators. So I wish an inspiring conference to all, and I look forward to see more people joining our collaborative effort in developing the Asana guides. Namaskar.